Colin Mann from Maidstone. Doug Whittle from Poole. Judy Coe from Liverpool. Dave Chappell from Saltash in Cornwall. Peter Holden from Liverpool. Ken Smith, also from Liverpool. Graham Palmer from Nottingham. Heather Downham from West Hampstead. Christine Hemsley from Sheffield. Mark Linden from Willesden. Brian Hemsley from Sheffield. Ken Wilshire from Wimbledon. Ian Mackenzie from Harpenden in Hertfordshire. John Frith from Leicester. And Sheila Wilson from Lisbon in Northern Ireland are all here to play 15 to 1.
Thank you, thank you. Hello. Today's 15 contestants bring our total so far to 225, and we are just 1/4 of the way through the series. We've got 14 names on the finals board, and today's winner will be the last to find an automatic place on it. Now, it's none of my business to plug other television shows, and I'm only going to do this once. This is especially for you, Mrs. Anderson of Gloucester, who thought it up. Hello, and welcome to 5, 10, 15 to 1. Sorry, Ted. Now, you may remember that early in the series, we revised the decision we made to the answer to a question given by Graham Palmer and offered him a chance to come back and try again, and he's with us today at position number 7. Welcome back, Graham. OK. Now, having got all that out of the way, Colin, I'll explain the rules of the first round to you. They apply to everybody. Listen carefully. 2 questions to each contestant, twice around the semicircle, 1 to 15. The first incorrect answer will cost you 1 of your lives. A second incorrect answer in the first round, the other 2, and you sit down. You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Which current English coin has a portcullis and chain on its reverse side?
The 5p piece.
The 1p. Doug, where is your cornea?
In the eye.
It is. Judy, in 1735, the Gentleman's Magazine published a poem about which devoted old couple?
Don't know.
There is only one, Darby and Joan. Dave, the RH factor derives its name from which animal?
The rhesus monkey.
It does. Peter, what annual event takes place in May in the grounds of the Royal Hospital, Chelsea?
Chelsea Flower Show.
It does. Ken, employees at which government establishment in 1984 were offered £1,000 to give up their union membership?
GCHQ.
They were. Graham, after how many points do players change service at table tennis?
5.
They do. Heather, at what age does one become liable for jury service?
At 21.
18. Christine, where do arboreal animals live?
In the fields.
In trees. Mark, what do London taxi drivers call their learning period?
The knowledge.
They do. Adrian, George Gallop died in November 1901. With what is his name still associated?
The Gallop pole.
It is. Ken, what are kept in a tantalus?
Flowers.
No, decanters. You've lost a life. Ian, who opened a penny bazaar in Manchester in September 1894 and now have stores in high streets all over the country?
Selfridge.
Marks and Spencer's. You've lost a life. John, The Picture of Dorian Gray was whose only novel?
Oscar Wilde.
It was. Sheila, by what name is the Thames known as it flows through Oxford?
I don't know.
The Isis. Colin, your second question, and you need this. Spirits of salt is another name for which acid?
Hydrochloric acid.
It is. You survive. Doug, in which Dickens novel does poor Smike appear?
Nicholas Nickleby.
Yes. Judy, you need this one. Nation shall speak peace unto nation is whose motto?
I don't know.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. It's the BBC, Judy. You have to sit down. Dave, in 1802, Napoleon approved the French engineer Mathieu's plans for what?
The Suez Canal.
No, a channel tunnel. You've lost a life, but you still survive. Peter, where would you find Alexander, Caesar, Charles and David all together?
Houses of Parliament.
No, in a pack of cards. They're the names of the 4 kings. Ken, what is the name of ITV's teletext service?
Prestel.
Oracle. Graham, in which of the sciences does Margaret Thatcher have a degree?
Chemistry.
She does. Heather, what is pumpernickel?
Pumpernickel is a sort of bread.
It is. You survive. Christine, you need this one. Where do Monegasques live?
Monaco.
They do. You survive. Mark, How many did the clock strike at the beginning of Orwell's 1984?
It struck 13.
It did, Mark. Brian, according to who was a policeman's lot not a happy one?
No, it's gone.
Gilbert and Sullivan, you've lost one life, but you're still standing. Ken, which Australian city was named after the wife of King William IV?
Adelaide.
It was. Ian, you need this one. What is the mythical creature that is the symbol of Wales?
Mermaid.
The Red Dragon. You have to sit down. John, which war began on the 25th of June, 1950?
Korean War.
It did. And Sheila, you need this one. For what did the ancient Britons use woad?
For making pots.
No, to dye their skins blue, you have to sit down. Round one has accounted for 3 of them. It's 3 down, 12 to go. Anthony, please, the details.
Those 3 are Judy Coe from Liverpool, Ian Mackenzie from Harpenden in Hertfordshire, and Sheila Wilson from Lisbon in Northern Ireland.
It is tough standing there, Colin. The rules of round 2, just to remind you, I'm going to ask you the first question off the top of the pack. An incorrect answer will cost you one of those 2 lives, and I'll move on to Doug. A correct answer, and you can nominate someone still standing on the semicircle. If they give a correct answer, the chance to nominate is theirs. If not, they'll lose a life, and I'll come back to you for either another number, or if you like, Colin, the same number. You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Of which country is Aeroflot the national airline?
The Soviet Union.
Give me a number, Colin.
14.
14. John, in 1976, over what issue did England and Iceland sever diplomatic relations?
Cod.
Yes,
Fishing.
cod fishing rights. A number, please, John.
2.
Doug, what game is played at Muirfield or Murrayfield, Carnoustie and Troon?
Golf.
Give me a number, please.
10.
10. Mark, where is the Ocean of Storms?
On the moon.
It is. Give me a number.
Number 2.
Doug, what is the name of London's newest bridge? London Bridge. The other one's gone to Arizona, hasn't it? Another number, please, Mark.
Number 4.
Number 4. Dave, which organisation looks after the lighthouses around the coasts of England and Wales?
Trinity House.
They do. David, a number, please.
Number 9, please.
Number 9. Christine, what is a painter used to fasten?
A boat. Or
It is, yes. Number, please.
Number 2.
Number 2. Doug, which French scholar fell in love with Eloise? Abelard. Another number, please.
Number 1.
Number 1. Colin, Emily, Anne and Charlotte Bronte were the sisters. Who was their brother?
Wilfred.
Branwell. You've lost a life. Another number, please.
Number 2 again.
Number 2. Doug, what is the more colloquial name for the plant Antirrhinum?
Snapdragon.
It is, or the bunny rabbit flower. A number, please.
Number 7.
Number 7. Graham, relating to safety, what does the acronym ROSPA stand for exactly, please?
Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents.
It does. Graham, a number, please.
2, please.
Doug, to how many terms of office may a US president be elected?
3.
Only 2. You have to sit down. A number, please.
1, please.
Colin, by what name is the prolific romantic novelist Mrs. McCorkadale better known?
Barbara Cartland.
A number, please, Colin.
7.
Graham, again. In which European city are the headquarters of Interpol?
Paris.
Yes, a number, please.
11, please.
Brian, which monarch knighted Sir Laurence Olivier?
Queen Elizabeth II.
King George VI, her father. Another number, please, Graham.
11, please.
11 again. Brian, on what subject does Peter Seabrook broadcast?
Gardening.
A number, please, Brian.
Number 14.
John, of which US city is Hollywood a suburb?
Los Angeles.
A number, please.
5.
Peter, which Sunday newspaper in Britain has the largest circulation?
News of the World.
It does. A number, please.
Number 7, please.
Graham, which German Shepherd dog shot to fame in Hollywood in 1923?
Lassie.
Rin Tin Tin. You've lost a life. Yeah. Another number, please, Peter.
Number 14, please.
John, what do you need to play Cat's Cradle?
Piece of string.
And your fingers, yes. A number, please.
1.
Colin, who is half Vulcan and half human?
Mr. Spock.
A number, please, Colin.
14.
Back to you, John. Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls is set in which war?
First World War.
The Spanish Civil War. Your lives are reduced to 2. Another number, please, Colin.
9, please.
Christine, In which country was the Ayatollah Khomeini living in exile before returning to Iran in 1979?
England.
France, you've lost a life, you're down to one. Another number, please, Colin.
Number 7, please.
Back to Graham. Who wrote the play Romanoff and Juliet?
Tom Stopper.
Peter Ustinov, you've lost a life. Colin, a number,
Number 14, please.
Number 14, back to John. In which country was a bawbee a silver coin?
Scotland.
Number, John.
4.
Dave, which town in Glamorgan is renowned for both its castle and its cheese?
Wensleydale.
Caerphilly, you've lost a life. Back to John.
4 again.
4 again. Dave, when pole vaulting, which part of the body crosses the bar first?
The feet.
They do. A number?
Number 11, please.
Number 11. Brian, Chartwell in Kent was whose home?
Winston Churchill.
A number, please.
Number 10.
Mark, Islamabad is the capital of where?
Of Iraq.
Pakistan. Another number, please, Brian.
Number 10 again.
Number 10 is after you, Mark. Who in the 1930s was the first British Prime Minister to broadcast on radio?
Stanley Baldwin.
Yes, sir. Number, please.
Number 11.
Back to you, Brian. What is an otoscope used to examine?
Your stomach.
The ear. You have to sit down, Brian. Another number, Mark.
Number 1.
Number 1, Colin. Who were the two brothers who led the Quantrill gang which terrorised the American Midwest in the 1870s?
The James brothers.
Yes, Frank and Jesse. A number, please.
10, please.
Mark, which breed of dog is known as a coach dog?
Afghan Hound.
A Dalmatian. You are reduced to 1 life. Colin, another number, please.
9, please.
Christine, in the United States, which organisation employed G-men?
The Army.
The FBI. You have to sit down, Christine. Another number, Colin.
7, please.
Graham, what is the name of the fault in the Earth's crust that extends from San Francisco to Los Angeles?
San Andreas Fault.
It is, Graham. A number, please.
1, please.
Colin, for which king was the coronation chair in Westminster Abbey originally made?
Edward III.
Edward I. What? Oh, you had a run. You have to sit down. Graham?
6, please.
Ken, which is Britain's largest prison?
Wormwood Scrubs.
It is, Ken. A number, please.
7, please.
Back to Graham. Vulcan was the Roman god of what?
Fire.
Yes. A number, please, Graham.
12, please.
Ken, which Victorian novelist introduced pillar boxes while working as a civil servant?
Dickens.
Anthony Trollope, you've lost a life. Another number, please.
10, please.
Mark, a leporine is what type of animal?
A dog.
It's a hare. You have to sit down, Mark. Another number, please.
8, please.
Heather, the actor Sir Michael Hordern provides the voice for which much-loved animal character?
Toad of Toad Hall.
Paddington Bear. You have 1 life left. Graham, another number, please.
8 again, please.
8 again. Heather, why was the world heavyweight boxing champion Jack Johnson barred from boarding the Titanic for its maiden voyage?
Perhaps he was too heavy.
It's because he was black. You have to sit down, Heather. Graham?
4, please.
Dave, which stadium was built for the 1908 Olympic Games in London?
Wembley Stadium.
No, the White City. You have to sit down. Wembley was built in 1924. Graham, another number?
5, please.
Peter, what popular name does New York's 28th Street have in common with London's Denmark Street?
Theatres.
No, they're both called Tin Pan Alley. You will have 1 life left. Another number, Graham?
5, please.
Back to Peter again. What are the first 3 words in the Bible?
In the beginning.
A number, please.
Number 7, please.
Graham, what does the musical term legato mean?
Slowly.
Smoothly. You have to sit down after a tremendous run, Graham. Peter, another number, please.
Number 14, please.
John, in heraldry, what creature represents Scotland?
The lion rampant.
No, the unicorn. You have 1 life left. Another number, please.
Number 6, please.
Ken, in which part of the body is the bone called the trapezium?
In the shoulder.
No, sir, in the wrist. You all have 1 life left. Peter, who's it going to be?
Number 14.
Number 14, John. What is the 20th century complaint circadian dysrhythmia more commonly called?
Anorexia.
Jet lag. Well, I think that's as tough a second round as we've had this series. After the break, Peter, Ken, and Ken number 2 will be joining me here for the final. See you then.
At Argos, save up to £100 on Dyson, like this DC25 Animal, now under £230. Argos it.
From their very first days, your baby starts to write their future. And breast milk provides them with the best start in life. If you choose to move on, Aptamil with ProNutra Plus follow-on milk is our most advanced formula yet. It contains our highest levels of omega-3. And it includes iron to support normal cognitive development, helping you lay the foundations for your baby's future. Aptamil follow-on milk. Their future starts today.
Now every touch can feel real. Real Feel, the first natural feeling condom from Durex.
Revitalift Laser Renew by L'Oréal Paris. In our study, 82% of women agree it's better than any other anti-aging product they've tried. With 3% Proxylane. 1. Wrinkles appear reduced. 2. Skin feels firmer. 3. Looks smoother. Tested in a study with a laser session.
I'm convinced.
Revitalift Laser Renew by L'Oréal.
Freedom for the taking. Blue e-cigarettes and e-liquids.
You want a McCain?
Thank you all for being here on this joyous occasion.
Stop. No, you're going into labor.
Oh,
so just stop. But we've only been together 4 months.
Oh, I just love you so much. I can't wait to have your baby. Oh, kids ruin everything.
Yeah, they sure do. Get to the hospital and have our miracle baby.
Okay, just so you know, sometimes when babies come this early, they're black.
Catch up with the new series of Modern Family, on demand now.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Peter Holden, a computer programmer from Liverpool, Ken Smith, an English and French teacher also from Liverpool, and Ken Wilshire, a bank administrator from Wimbledon.
Well, welcome back. I think you'll agree that at least half a dozen of the contestants who fell in round 2 were worthy of a place in the final, but that's how it goes. As it is, Peter and the 2 Kens will fight it out to see who gets the last free place on the finals board, OK? How high that place is will begin to matter on Monday, gentlemen. OK, are you ready? Here we go. Just a quick reminder. Fingers ready for the buzzer, please. The final starts with you each having 3 lives intact. As before, incorrect answers will cost you those lives. A correct answer in the final will now earn you 10 points, OK? We start on the buzzer. First to buzz gets a chance to answer. First of you with 3 correct answers and 30 points then gets a chance to either nominate or take the question. You with me? And remember that if these 40 questions are exhausted before 2 of you have gone, it will be the contestant with the highest number of points who wins. And if the points are equal, we should take the lives into consideration. You ready? Right, here we go. Fingers ready, please. What would interest an oculist? Ken, the middle.
Disease of the eye.
It would, indeed. You have 10 points. I'd have to be very, very careful with 2 Kens, aren't I? Here we go. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. In Greek, the name of which musical instrument means pleasant sound? Ken in the middle.
Euphonium.
It does indeed. You have 20 points. Fingers back on the buzzer, please. Which 16th century Berlin fortress lost its last prisoner in 1987? Ken in the middle.
Spandau.
You have 30 points. And the chance to nominate or accept the question is yours, Ken. What would you like?
Question, please.
What are scout rallies called?
Jamborees.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which musical features Sky Masterson and Nathan Detroit?
Guys and Dolls.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Of which public school was Dr. Thomas Arnold the headmaster?
Rugby.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
As in the Flanders and Swan song, what is the other name for the wildebeest or wildebeest?
The GNU.
It is, Ken. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Zen is a branch of which religion?
Buddhism.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What did Michael Wilding, Mike Todd and Eddie Fisher have in common?
Had in common Elizabeth Taylor.
Would you rephrase that and say they were...
You put the question.
They were all husbands of Elizabeth Taylor. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What are adult male seals called?
Bulls.
They are. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What does double top score at darts?
20.
40. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Who composed the overture William Tell? Ken in the middle again.
Rossini.
He did. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Sacramento is the state capital of which American state?
California.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What is India's largest political party called?
Congress Party.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The Pinta, the Nina and the Santa Maria were whose fleet?
Christopher Columbus.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
In the army, which bugle call means that it's time to get up?
Reveille.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which American became famous for his paintings of subjects like soup cans?
Jackson Pollock, no.
Andy Warhol. You've lost a second life.
Yeah.
The position is that Ken on the outside and Peter have 3 lives and have not yet to score. Ken in the middle, you have 150 points, but only 1 life left. Fingers on the buzzers, please. Why was Muhammad Ali deprived of his world heavyweight boxing, Ken, at the end?
He would not conscript for the war.
He refused to be drafted into the army. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Bible comes from a Greek word meaning what?
Truth.
Book. You've lost a life. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. What is a vintner? Ken in the middle.
A wine merchant.
It is. Question or nominate?
Nominate Peter.
Peter, which composer's last words reputedly were, "Well, I shall hear them in heaven"?
Mozart.
No, Beethoven, because he was deaf. He never heard them down here. You've lost a life. Question or nominate, Ken?
Question, please.
From Humphrey Bogart to Claude Rains, Louis, this could be the start of a beautiful friendship. From which film is this the last line?
No.
Casablanca. Well, this is an unusual game, isn't it, gentlemen, eh? Ken, at the other end, now there's one gone from the middle, you have 10 points and 2 lives left. Peter, you have yet to score, and you have 2 lives left. Fingers on the buzzers, please. In which Shakespearean play does Polonius give the advice, neither a borrower nor a lender be?
Merchant of Venice.
No, Hamlet. You've lost a second life. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Periwinkle is a shade of which colour? Blue. Fingers still on the buzzers, please. First minted in the reign of Edward I, how much was a groat worth? Ken?
4 pence.
It was. Question or nominate, Ken?
Question, please.
Molten animal fat used for candles and soap is called what?
Tannin.
No, tallow, and you were too late anyway. You've lost a life. You're still there. You have 1 life each, gentlemen. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. In Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, who is the last person to die? Brutus. Fingers still on the buzzer, please. Which animal centre in South London was founded in 1860 by a lady called Mrs...
The Battersea Dogs Home.
It was indeed, Ken. As they say somewhere else, well interrupted. Question or nominate?
Nominate, please.
Peter, how are the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints better known?
Mormons.
They are, Peter. Question or nominate?
Nominate, I'm afraid.
Ken, often requested in job advertisements, for what does CV stand?
Curriculum vitae.
Question or nominate?
Nominate, please.
This is a real tactical battle, this, isn't it? It's got to get you somewhere, one of you. Peter, what were the English clergy allowed to do for the first time in 1548?
Marry.
Yes. Question or nominate?
Nominate.
Ken, whose first wife was the actress Jane Wyman?
Ronald Reagan.
Question or nominate?
Nominate, please.
Peter, which rank did Idi Amin hold in the British Army?
Field Marshal.
No, sir, he was a Sergeant Major. You have to go over there. Wait. This has been a game of changing fortunes, hasn't it, Ken? Eh? You have 50 points and 1 life left. There are 7 questions. If you get them all right, you'll end up with 120 in a respectable place. It's some task, but somebody did something like it a day or two ago. Are you ready? Yes. Here we go. The London Philharmonic was founded by which great conductor?
Sir Henry Wood.
No, Sir Thomas Beecham. Well, I don't know, your 50 points after Ken in the middle gave away 150. He played a strange game, did Ken, didn't he, really? He could have had you twice, you know, I'm sure he could have. Anyway, there you are. Your 50 points give you that last free place on the finals board, but with 50, it's a position number 15. If I was you, I would watch on Monday, Ken. It's maybe a very brief sort of a weekend's reign, but nonetheless, it was a smashing game and it was a really good second round. Well done indeed. Well done. Stay there. Well, we'll be back on Monday, and from then on, the final will take on a different meaning. Anyone wishing to get on the finals board will have to get more than 50 points, Ken. I think you are going to be the first casualty, but never mind. We'll be back on Monday, same time, same place. See you then. Goodbye.
Get your day off to a great start with the rich, full flavour of Nescafé Original. Good morning, Britain. Grab life by the mug.
Get ready. Agnes Brown's on a mission.
Look, no, I'm not. Is it? Well, yes. This is the movie. I love the movies.
Hello, Buster. Back down the stairs on the right.
Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie.
2 chips, 1 smoke hog. Why haven't you booked your ticket yet?
Spot the difference. Fairy Citrus 40-pack. Tesco £14. Asda £5. Squeaky clean. You're better off at Asda.
888 Sport gives you £88 in free bets. Yes, £88. It's as simple as app, tap, bet. You place bets, you get free bets up to £88. Plus, there's hundreds of ways to bet. Bet in play. Cash in your bet early. Yes, you can. Join now and get £88 in free bets. 888 Sport. Bet you can.
OMG.
Hello, losers.
OM Glee.
Fabulousness.
Returning for brand new episodes.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's all changed. McKinley High as dreams are fulfilled.
It's really hard being a star. Will and I are trying to conceive a child.
So close to owning this town I can practically taste.
Amazing. God, this can't be happening.
Brand new Glee starts Thursday, July 3rd at 9, Sky 1 HD.
Sooner or later, someone's gonna figure out who you are. Or at least who you are not.
Banshee starts July 7th on Sky Atlantic HD.
Huh?